Good evening and welcome to tonight's broadcast. My name is Robert Hazeldine from Duo Drift Esports, and unfortunately Dan Beckinsale is unable to join us for commentary tonight as he's had some technical issues with his computer. And you may have noticed we've just missed the start of the race. Unfortunately, I've also had a week of technical issues. But we are off to the races now and onto lap 2. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you with Silverstone, home of motorsport in the UK. Currently we have Dan Smith leading, followed by Anthony Holm. So I'll throw up the current standings. Currently running around at 2 minutes flat. Looking to be pretty close. 0.3 away, 0.3 gap between first and second there. Now on the first lap at the very start there was a big crash which has sorted the grid out pretty much right as they went over the start line. So hopefully the rest of the pack will be able to pull themselves together and make the most of not being involved in that. Adam Proctor currently in 4th position now. Adam Proctor has been pretty well known in this series for finding his way to the front. Usually sort of sneaky, works his way there. We'll see what he's got for us tonight. But I imagine he may sit around the top 10 and as we edge towards the end, likely looking for himself to sort of pull towards the front as he normally does. He tends to sit back and just get through most of the race and work his way from there. Battle going on here between Dan Smith and Anthony Holm. Garth Duffy's not far behind, followed by Tim Weston and Adam Proctor. It's pretty close racing here in the opening laps. The beautiful lemon lime car. Now, if you haven't been following the series so far, there is a couple of cars running this lemon lime scheme livery. So if you see one there you go, a little further back there. They are running the same livery, so don't get confused. It has caught us out a couple of times on the broadcast. Hey Daziel, how you going, mate, on Twitch? Anyone else, feel free to commentator. So if the commentary quality is down, I do apologize. Checking in with GT3, Adam Gardner is currently running first, followed by Michael Budge and Dion Jarvis, sitting there in third. Adam Gardner seems to have a pretty strong lead at the moment, at least a second over Michael Budge, running the Mercedes, going a bit wide. I'm not sure if that's wide. I haven't raced this circuit myself for a long time. Felt a little wide. You can see this fair bit of distance. He's got a bit of room there. It's possible that he's done pretty well out of that earlier crash from the start line. It did seem to be around that sort of GT3 pack. I didn't quite catch exactly who was involved in that, so I do apologise. Alright, currently checking in again with the front of the pack. Oh, looks like we got a good battle on here with Anthony Holm. Let's have a look who he's up against there. That's Anthony Holm and Dan Smith getting close to the front. Check it out. I always love the nose cam on these. Show you how close they are. Look at that. Barely anything between them there. If you hear attack, attack, attacker in the background, that is my keyboard. I do apologise. I can't keep hitting the mute every time I try to type because I have a habit of leaving my microphone muted and then it'll just be quiet constantly all night. I'll do my best to check in, mate, but when it comes to multitasking like this, I'm probably not the best, despite how much I was telling my fiance today that I am the greatest multitasker. Looks like Anthony Holmes is going to have a look in. No, decided to pull back there. I think it's going to be on for young and old between these two tonight. Keep an eye on the front there. See Adam Proctor in the background there. As I was saying earlier, he tends to sort of find himself a nice spot mid sort of top 10 and he'll sit there towards the end of the race, and then for the last few laps that's where he'll start putting his foot down and gaining ground. So if you're new to the series, keep an eye on that BMW because I do guarantee he, unless something unfortunate happens, he will likely end up somewhere around top 5. Whereas a lot of the guys at the front now, they'll go hammer and tongs straight from the get-go like they are. And look at this, first, second, third, fourth, so close. Anthony did have a bit of a sniff before. Looks like he's might just sit back for a little bit, although in saying that he is getting pretty close. A little bit of wheel spin. Hi Renz, thanks for following, mate. Welcome aboard. info. I can give you guys some info. It is nice to be able to chat with you myself tonight. So situations with the issue with close racing like this is when I go to have a look further back down the pack. That's when something will happen. Look how close they're getting. You just know something's about to happen shortly. Anthony's really putting it on Dan, pushing him. Dan's really having a fight to block him off there. You can see he's swerving across in front of him, trying to hold him back. So earlier I mentioned that we are running 2 of these. There is a team running 2 of these yellow and green and gold Aussie coloured cars. I like the lemon and lime personally. So this is currently James Capron. So James Capron and Anthony Holm are running this. You do see this, there are 2 of these, don't get confused. We're currently down in 7th position. Every time we flick away from that front of the pack, look at how much closer they're getting. The battle for 2nd and 3rd is on. It's hard to pull away. Now, just flicking back into the Facebook page. I'm sorry if you've left some comments there. I haven't been able to see them for a moment. Like I said, technology sucks tonight for all of us involved. There we go. Let me know if there's anyone you want to ride on board with, any cars you want to see. Drop a message, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and I'll have a look. Jump on board with them. Just like this. Very close there. Looking forward, same sort of distance between Duffy and Anthony Holm. Really, there's not much. One little mistake is going to see a big change at the top of the legal list here. So keep your eyes peeled on that. And this has been a strong start. Normally, there's a bit of distance after the first couple of laps, but these guys are really keeping it tight here. Motorsport, AWS, Rival Joes, and of course Blendline TV. This is the season 3 of the PROCAR GTE Championship for 2020. If you're just tuning in, we're currently on board with Garth Duffy, currently sitting 3rd place. Really putting the pressure on Anthony Holm, Dan Smith, followed closely by Tim Weston. Adam Proctor sitting not far behind. He was just gauging how these guys are going and he's looking to make his move a little later on, I believe. Currently have let's have a look. Let's duck down and see how GT3 is going again. We'll check in. Currently, Adam Gardner is running first in the Mercedes. He's got over an 8-second lead now. 8-second lead on Michael Budge and Dion Jarvis, who it looks like they might be having a bit of a battle there for second place in GT3. And ducked in closely behind is Demetrios Agathos. Here they come. Look at this. This is a fantastic battle in GT3 here. We'll jump on board and see how it looks from their perspective. Once again, that beautiful sunset coming through. Again, it's not going to take much here to upset this. One little mistake, a little bit of oversteer, and these drivers will be able to come on board. We can see it looks like we're getting a move. Dion Jarvis maybe trying to make the move on Michael Budge here. Look at how tight this is. Jumping onto the nose cam. Look at that. And oh no, it looks like Michael Budge has had a spin in the Ferrari. Wow, okay, look, that's like I said, all it takes, one little error and it's all over. So he'll be looking to try and catch back up there. We'll check back in with Michael Budge, who is now safe in second place GT3. He's still got about a 7-second gap between Adam Gardner and himself, although they have picked that up from the 8-second gap they had before. Just behind Michael Budge is Dion Jarvis. No, my mistake, sorry, that was some lap traffic. Dion Jarvis still a bit behind, not as far back as I thought he would be after that spin. It's still a fair way off as he heads back around there onto the main straight. And you should see our leaderboard get updated as he goes around. He's still sitting in third, GT3. We'll check back in with the front of GTE. These cars are still tied. Look at this. No positional changes, but Dan Smith's still leading the way, not far behind him. It's Anthony Hall, just there on your screen right now, followed closely by Garth Duffy, and with Tim Weston putting on pressure from behind. Tim Weston was running a silver and red livery last season. The camera jinx, that's right. It's always my fault. He is now in a all black. Look at that. The all black number 1. There's Adam Proctor sitting behind the GT3 10th place. That'll be Brett Smith. Brett Smith there looking like he's got a bit of damage, so I think Brett may have come a little unstuck. Let's have a look at his car there. Oh yeah, look at that. Something's happened. He's moving out of the way and let Adam through. Bit of a wounded bird, I think, heading back to the pits possibly. I'm not sure if they're running any quick fixes tonight. I think that's the... Sorry if I get the terminology wrong. Quick repairs, that's what I was looking for. I'm not sure if they're running any quick repairs tonight. No, maybe not heading into the pits. Going to keep this one going. Okay, fair enough. Well, Michael Budge coming through some lap traffic, getting overtaken now by Demetrios Agathos. The 166, there he is. Positional battle, looks like he's done it. Let's check in from above. He has made it. Will he be able to hold on to the position? No. Michael Budge has taken back the position, but Dimitrios is letting him know I'm here. I'm going to push my way through, so I imagine Michael's probably going to be trying to defend that as best he can and get as much distance as he can now away from Dimitrios there. Thank you, Green Machine. Brett Smith was involved in a shunt on lap 1, had to hit to fix some damage now, 2 laps down. Let's check in with him now. He'll be working his way through, trying to make up that 2 laps. Still got a bit of that extra damage there. Green Machine, do you know if that damage was additional that happened after the pitting? If you could let me know, that'd be great. I'll pass it on to everyone else in from home. And it looks like we've had 2 drop out already. So we've had Colby Callum and Dave Oliver seem to have dropped out already. Russ Green has computer issues, the computer froze, he went to the grid now, 3 laps down. Yeah, look, I've been having computer issues. Dan's had computer issues. It seems to be the week for it, so we're not sure if it's a full moon for technology or something like that, but it just seems to be a problem. Even right now, I can't post to the Blendline TV page or anything because Facebook just refuses to load the page to do that. So I apologize anyone who's used to seeing this on the Blendline TV page or the OzTrack page. I am unable to share it across because Facebook just doesn't want to play. You can of course find us on the Do It Drift Esports page and YouTube channel and Twitch page. So worst case, if you ever can't find the stream, jump on there and we will absolutely be on there. Tim Weston's still putting on the pressure here to Garth Duffy. Now, there's been no positional changes at all so far in the front of this race. However, there is a lot of pressure being put on. So there is a lot of pressure up at the front of the pack. I imagine we're going to see something happen maybe a little further on, maybe once we take into account the pitting and everything for this race, but it's hard to pull away. Look at how close they are sitting at the moment. Oh, Facebook, you're really letting me down, mate. The only way I can seem to cross-post to another page, and it won't let me into the live feed, so good times. Alright, let's try this again. We might duck back, have a look at how Dimitrios Agathos is going in third in GT3. 66. Still sitting there behind Michael Budge, putting a lot of pressure on him. We did see earlier he went for the move on take him on one of the corners. Well, it looks like he's going him again. Continuing to have a sniff on those corners, and he's taking him on the straight, going for it now. They're going side by side down the main straight. It does put him on the inside for the right-hander. Is he going to be able to hold on? He's got a bit of room there. He's pulling a little bit of space, but it looks like Michael Budge has the inside on the left-hander, and he's been able to hold the position again. Dimitrios is having a crack everywhere he can. He's doing it again. He's having a stab, see if he can make it. Michael seems to be able to hold on though. He's had some luck as soon as they get through. Dimitrios is just unable to take that position, but look at how close they are. He's really trying to hold on, unable to get through there. Sitting on the rear bumper of Michael Budge. Oh, an early break there from Michael Budge. Can Dimitrios take it around? He gets a bit of oversteer. Looks like he's taking it. Oh. Mike on the inside. They're still side by side. Dimitrios looks like he's taking it and he's got it done. Wow, okay, fantastic. He's been trying to get this position for a few laps now and finally got the move done. The Mercedes definitely got the drive there. Look at him just pulling away. Now that he's got some free air ahead of him, he's just pulling away, and Michael's disappearing on the camera there. Check that out. Oh, now he's going back. They're going. This fight is on. Michael Budge is saying to Dimitrios, no chance, I'm taking that back. You're not going to get a full lap out of it, but that Mercedes is just pulling away fast every time they get a straight. Jump on board with the number 8. Check it out. He's new on top of this car here. Once again, you can see on the bottom there the Blendline TV PROCAR GT Championship logo. We are in season 3 of the championship. If you are interested, you want to race with the guys, jump on. Look up Blendline TV on Facebook. You can also find Blendline TV Sim Racing Group. Sunset gets better with every lap. I really, really like the details they go to in line racing here. It just makes it feel that little bit more realistic and special. If you've just tuned in, we are at Silverstone, currently on board the battle for second place in GT3. Just ahead of Michael Budge, who we're riding on board with number 8. We have Dimitrios Agathos, number 166. Away in the Mercedes GT3. He just seems to have that little bit of speed on him. Michael Budge definitely catching up through the corners in the BMW. They've had a fantastic battle here. All the while though, if we jump on the blimp cam and have a look over, we'll see that Adam Gardner has been pulling away. You can see he's already on the main straight there. Flicking back to Dimitrios Agathos. There's still quite a bit of space between first and second there. Currently running, if I jump onto the results page for you there, you will see they are running, looks like 15 seconds behind Adam Gardner. 15 seconds. So all that battling has done has resulted in a positional change for second, but given first place a massive lead. Now, when we were deciding what we were doing for commentary tonight, I did get a suggestion from Jonathan Hovey that we can just show his car and talk about him. So here we are. Here's Jonathan Hovey, currently sitting 7th place in GT3. So check that car out. There it is. Jonathan Hovey from Hovey Motorsport, of course, one of our small sponsors. So thank you very much, Jonathan, and everyone at Hovey Motorsport for being on board there. And Jonathan has found himself in the mix for what looks like, is that Tim Weston just ahead of him? It is, and Garth Duffy found himself in the battle for 3rd and 4th there at the front of GTE. And those Porsches just rocket on out of the way. And you can see there on your screen, just ahead of them is the battle between Dan Smith and Anthony Holm for first place of GTE and the race as a whole. So let's jump on board with Jonathan there. Now, I believe last season he was running the Mercedes. Now in the BMW, I have heard from a lot of people the changes made over the last season or so have resulted in the BMW being a pretty decent car. A lot of people are changing between the vehicles they're running. They've also had a bit of a run last year and found what suited them and developed from there. If you're new to esports, including iRacing, they will do what they call balancing, usually during the official off-seasons of the main series for the esports. So you will tend to find they'll run a season, they'll see how the top drivers go, and then they will balance it according to that. So they may slow a car down, they may make it a little better out of corners, make its tyre wear a little more, burn a little more fuel, that sort of thing. So they do change up how they drive between seasons. There is Adam Proctor coming up behind Jonathan Hovey there. Jonathan Hovey in the lane. As Adam Proctor comes around there onto the main straight in GTE. We currently are not far off the 1 hour mark. 33 laps to go. And we have Anthony Holm in the lane as well. So the first pit stop of the night, the front of the pack are heading in, so we currently have Anthony Holm in the lane. You can see our current standings on the right of the screen there. Yes, I can turn the game volume down. Just let me know if that is better. Thank you, that Nation 1, Facian 1, I think I said that right. Let me know if that's better. If you need me to adjust my volume anymore, I can do. I appreciate the message because that tells me you're listening to what I'm saying and you're not trying to turn me off. Great, thanks. Hello MRT Racing, how you going? That's fantastic news. I am in the commentary box tonight. Unfortunately, Dan Beckinsale has had problems with his computer, as am I having technological issues, but that only seems to be with Facebook tonight, and iRacing seems to be fine. So we will check in with the front of the pack. Dan Smith seems to have pulled in the lane. Here we are. The race leader is now in the pit lane for the first stop of the night. Followed there by, looks like, Garth Duffy. Now we're going to want to see once they pull out where that leaves Anthony Holm, who pitted a lap earlier. Adam Proctor is now in the pit lane as well. So we currently have Dan Smith, Garth Duffy and Adam Proctor in the pit lane. Followed also by Nicholas Filippetto. So it seems most of the pack are following in the race leader. As he revs the head off of that motor. And they're off. And where did that put them? Was that Anthony Holm managed to get out in front there? I think that is. I'll just have a look. Yes, that is. Anthony Holm is ahead there. He's managed to do it. He's managed to pull the up and over. And look at that. He's just got ahead of Dan Smith now. So that should put Anthony Holm in as the effective race leader. Although it looks like Dan Smith has something to say about that. Look at the speed at which he's approaching the back of him, Anthony Holm there. Followed closely by Tim Weston and Garth Duffy. So the only one who seems to miss out on this one is Dan Smith, switching into second place, whereas no, and my apologies, Tim Weston was behind Garth Duffy earlier, so Tim Weston also having a positional change. Nation One, thank you for the follow, my friend. I appreciate it. Things are really heating up at the front of the pack here. As they come across fourth place of GT3 there in the Ferrari. That would be Dion Jarvis, who's tucked in there behind Dan. And between Dan and Garth Duffy. Sorry, I'm having one of those nights. And is that Tim Weston there on the side? Let's have a look back there. I was wondering where Tim Weston was. It looked like he must have been off to the side of the camera there. He's pulled back in though. As the race leaders have passed fourth place of GT3, and that means they will be approaching third, second, and first of GT3. Currently, Adam Gardner still sitting there in first. Not sure if he's pitted yet. I'll have a look and see if I can see. He may have already pitted. I'm not sure if I saw that or not there. And still sitting about 8 seconds over second place, which is still Michael Budge. And Dimitrios Agathos has now switched back to third place. So it looks like while we were away, Michael Budge did take back his position from Dimitrios Agathos. Dimitrios most likely not happy about that. He did put a lot of effort in to get that position. So I'm not sure if that's happened due to a change on pit stops or not. But we'll check in. As you can see, Dimitrios is putting the pressure on Michael there, so he will be working his way back up. We'll have another look back through the field. Click back down to 6th position at GT3. We have Daniel Collins. A beautiful green and black and blue BMW. A beautiful evening here at Silverstone. It does make me miss travel. Would love to get back across to the UK. It's been a while. We do have family there, so it would be nice to check in with them. But unfortunately, COVID throwing spanner in the works for everyone. Luckily, we can jump in the simulator and go and race on some of these fantastic tracks. If you're interested in iRacing, you can jump on at iRacing.com. See us at Blendline TV on Facebook and Do A Drift Esports, and we can point you in the right direction with how to get your rig set up. You can do it for as cheap as about, I think, 400 bucks Aussie. So it's not a huge investment to start with, but some of these guys running rigs that I believe are probably up to the same price as a car, 15, 20 grand. You can see the speed here these GTE cars have on the GT3s there, as the Porsche just flies past the BMW. Of course, GT3 drivers are allowing... Oh, we've had an off there, so they also fly when they cut across the track. They'll be getting some penalties for that. But GT3 drivers definitely... Look at that, yes. That may have been a penalty there. Well, there may be an issue with that Porsche. But you can see the speed. GT3 usually leaving some space where they can on the straights for the GTEs to pass. But of course GT3s do have the right to the corner whilst they're in it. And if I flick to the rear view there, you'll see that GTE Porsche absolutely flying up behind here. That is Nicholas Filippetto with the number 77 just behind there. You'll see he's going, having a bit of a sniff there to get past. He should be able to pass the GT3, but GT3 being driven fantastically here by Daniel Collins, managing to hold him off, leaving him a little bit of space to squeeze past, and that'll be more than enough for him. He is now on the outside. Is he going to make the move? Yes, he is, and he'll move on from there. Flick back to the front, we'll see how they are going. And Smith actually got a bit of space there between himself and Anthony Holm now. Anthony Holm just seems to be slowly pulling away. Got a nearly 1 second lead there. If I flick over, you can see what I'm looking at here. Nearly a 1 second lead. Just dropping to half a second through the corners. But Tim Weston on Dan Smith's tail right there. Followed closely by Garth Duffy. The real winner here is Anthony Holm. That pit stop maneuver was what it took, all it took to get him into the lead of the race. And now that he's in the front, he is pulling away ever so slowly, but he is getting that distance. But as we've said, all it takes is one little mistake and things will change up. If you saw last week's race, that actually happened on one of the last lap, I think it was. We did have a car spin at the very front, so that's all it takes. So the guy's got to keep it consistent. Consistency is key. Although with just under an hour to go, I don't think Dan or anyone else at the front there will be too worried. As long as they can keep close enough to Anthony, they'll be able to find the right opportunity to make their move, conserve a bit of fuel. And hopefully, towards the end of the race, that's when they will look to make their move. There we go, the pack is passing past Dimitri Agathos, currently running third in GT3. Now, he's not going to want to be slowing down at all, so GTE is going to have to make a safe pass on him. I don't imagine he'll be moving too far out of the way unless he hits a straight, as he has his battle currently on for second place with Michael Budge. Anthony Holm rocketing down the straight there as Dan Smith safely passes Demetrius Agathos. Tim Weston a little stuck there behind, looking to make a maneuver here. Is lap traffic going to cause a problem? Look, it's closed that gap. The lap traffic has caused the gap to close between first and second. And look at how close Dan's going. He may choose to make his maneuver here. Oh, look at this. Look how close they're running. Side by side down the main straight they were. Now Dan Smith's tucked in just behind Anthony Holm. Tim Weston in behind there in the same distance back to Garth Duffy as they come back through more lap traffic here. Dan Smith trying to take advantage of that lap traffic, just not being able to get it done. Anthony Holm holding on quietly, running off track a little there. See, it's always like these guys to make a liar out of you. I said he'll wait a little bit. He's not doing that. He's putting the pressure on, seeing if he can make Anthony have a hiccup. But the conga line here in first, second, third, and fourth is tight. This could be anyone's race tonight. It's been really hard to pull off the front of the pack tonight because, as I've said earlier, the second you look away is when something's going to go down. We managed to catch Anthony Holm take the lead on his first lap out of pits, but we did miss Tim Weston passing Garth Duffy earlier. We will try to have a look back through the pack at other cars, but the racing here is just fantastic. James Capron is in Facebook there saying go Anthony Holm. He is killing it at the moment, but the gap is closed and the rest of the leaders here are not going to make it an easy race for him. He just needs to hold on and hold position. It's hard as an Aussie to not want to see the green and gold win. I suppose if you call it lemon lime, then it's not quite the same. Live with that. Oh, number 12 in the GT3 there. Who was that? Looking pretty crunched up. That is Dave Oliver, who is back. It looked like he was had dropped out earlier. Let's just have a look. That's Dave Oliver there in the front. Looks like he's had a bit of a meeting with another car or a wall or something. Unfortunately. And now he's got the pressure of the race leaders up behind him. And they are all looking to capitalize on any sort of lap traffic blockage or anything they can. Anthony Holm given the beep beep with the headlights out of the way. Thank you very much, Dave. And Dan Smith and Tim West just rocketing beside him there. Thank you, Dave. You are a gentleman. Now, this is what Anthony Holm currently sees in his rearview mirror. And he manages to get that little bit of distance on the straights. You can see as soon as you have to corner, hit the brakes, you can see Dan and Tim just come flying up behind. So that was the Green Machinist just said he believes Dan Oliver was involved on the same incident as Brett Smith on lap 1. Now, was that the big crash at the start line? Okay, I won't quote you on it. I've named you on the broadcast, but I won't quote it. Dan Smith here, almost giving Anthony Holm the hurry on. Close enough to have a tap, but just not quite. If we head around with 23 laps to go, 45 minutes. Expected left in this race. Dan Smith, look at these, having a look on the inside there of Anthony Holm, but didn't quite have the speed or what I would probably incorrectly call the slingshot around the corner there to get past. But you can see from this angle, you can see him having that little look on each corner, looking to see if Anthony will make a mistake, if he'll run wide, and if he can just dart through. Now we might check in with Jonathan Hovey. He did say I can pull him in to have a chat, so let's just have a look where he currently is in the race. Currently 1 lap down, running in 7th in the GT3. But let's see if I can drag him in for a chat and scare him a little. Jonathan, did that scare you?
Yeah, what?
How you going? We've got you on the stream. We got you live in the broadcast, so we just check in, see how you're going.
Okay, yeah, going good. Just had Daniel Collins spin in front of me, and I thought that was him yelling at me. I think I was nowhere near you. Yes, it is incredibly slippery for anyone that hasn't done tyres yet. I haven't done tyres yet, so just waiting for the fuel window to open up for me to be able to make it home, and then I'll pit for 4 tyres and hopefully go flat out to the end.
No worries. So you reckon we should be looking for some sort of slippage, rear ends, things like that?
Oh, definitely. Like in the chat at the moment, the GTE guys are definitely complaining about the left front at the moment, particularly through the S's. Like, once you come to that final right-hander, they're just sort of spearing right off. And the consequence of that is a 3 or 4 second slowdown penalty. So it's really starting to hurt those guys. Even in GT3, it's sort of just really hitting the traction control, which wants to over-rotate the car. So just really wanting some new rubber.
We've seen some very close, tight racing tonight in both GT3 and GTE. The GTE guys, 4 cars pretty much bumper to bumper the entire race. And up the front there at GT3, a little bit of space between the leader and second place, but overall we're seeing positional changes there as well. How's your race been? We flicked back to you a couple of times. You seem to have a bit of space there.
Yeah, I was having some battles there. I can't even remember who I was with, but I sort of wanted to change my strategy and sort of just backed off quite a bit. I was aiming to do sort of 5 to 6 laps to I outbrake myself now. I was trying to sort of save my tyres because I wanted to be able to double stint them and save the good ones to the end. So once you're racing with people, it's very easy to sort of get excited and burn too much fuel, kill your tyres. So I thought I'd get myself out of there.
Absolutely. So that's Brett Smith next to you. Is he currently down a lap? He is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he'll be P10 from my screen.
Yes, yeah, he's currently sitting in 10th, but I wasn't sure if that was an error on iRacing, as they like to make it a bit hard to follow sometimes.
I think he got caught up in the accident very early in the race. So the next car for position for me will be Daniel Collins, who will be right on Brett Smith's ass at the moment. So
yes, can see him back there. I don't want to put too much pressure on you, but
no, that's all right. So I think I'll probably let him go after these S's just because he's got fresher tyres than me. I can tell just where he's sort of gaining me. So I'll open the door for him. He's building up the move now anyway, so he'll get the end straight, I reckon.
So, do you think this will be a one-stop race, or do you think there'll be people looking to do 2 stops?
It's definitely minimum 2 stops, so I will be aiming for a 2-stop. Depending how you go, you may end up having to go 3 if you pushed your fuel. But you should be able to do it in 2 stops.
No worries. Well, we'll keep an eye out then for when the leaders and everyone start coming in for that second stop.
So that should be probably, let me just look at once I get past here. We're looking, fuel window for at least GT3 will be probably within the next 9 laps.
In the next 9 laps. All right, everyone, you heard it here. Keep an eye out for that. We may check back in with you in a bit of time. Oh, and we just had a spin behind you. Didn't see who that was. Possibly Lindsay Kearns.
Yep.
Devon.
It looks like it.
No,
yeah,
not
he's fallen back.
Where are we?
Or Colby Cohen. I know he's in the pits.
No worries. All right, well, we'll let you get back to it, mate. Thank you very much. There you go. You heard it here. Check. It will be within the next 9 laps, the fuel window. So keep an eye out for that one. We are checking back in with the front of the race here. Back with Anthony Holm. Again, has managed to get a bit of distance over Dan Smith, Tim Weston, given the hurry up there or the pull aside to Lindsay Kearns, who is currently running in 9th place in GTE. So they are about to put a lap on Lindsay there. Lindsay doesn't seem to want to move over. There you go, as Anthony Holm comes down the main straight and does the pass. Looks like Lindsay may try and tuck in here behind the race leader, get a bit of slipstreaming going, and see if he can make a bit of advantage out of that. Pull him through. And all this is doing is just assisting Anthony Holm with his gap to 2nd. We'll check in now. It looks like Dimitrios Agathos has taken 2nd place again. So there is our race leader for GT3, Adam Gardner, and checking in with Dimitrios Agathos. He has done the pass on Michael Budge. And because Michael Budge is in the pit lane, that answers that question. He is heading out of pits now. And where is Dimitrios Agathos? So he will pull out ahead of Dimitrios Agathos there. Quite a bit of distance. Dimitrios Agathos actually on the other side of the track. So we'll see how that all plays out shortly. And we'll check in with 4th place, Dion Jarvis. As you can see, he's quite far back there. He's got about a... What's that? He's got about a 30-second gap from the lead, about 15 seconds from Dimitris Agathos, who's running about 16, 17 seconds there from Adam Gardner. Check back into the front and see how they've been going. So it looks like Dan Smith there has been able to pass the lap traffic there, Lindsay Kearns. And now Tim Weston giving the flash. He's going to try and make it past as well. He does that. That leaves Garth Duffy in our four-way battle at the front there to get past. Although he seems to be flicking in and out, maybe having some connection issues. Which, if we go to the blimp cam, seems to have caused him to fall back quite a bit. Yeah, look at how far back he's fallen. I think he may be having some connection issues. We saw him flicking in and out, and he's lost a lot of space. Considering Garth Duffy was on Tim Weston's bumper for the race so far. I'd say that's what caused that issue. It's possible he may have had an off-track excursion, but most likely, I would say, a connection issue. He is picking up the pace, though, and it looks like he is trying to gain back up to pass Lindsay Kearns, who will currently be one of the first cars in the lap traffic. On board with Anthony Holm, as he comes up behind Jonathan Hovey, I believe it is. You can see the distance there from the rear view from Anthony Holm and Dan Smith. Anthony Holm just putting down that little bit of distance as he passes Jonathan Hovey there. Now, as Jonathan said, we are running a minimum of a 2-stop race, at least for GT3. I believe that'll be the case for GTE as well. Anthony, possible he may have had a shorter pit stop to get the advantage early in the race. That may cause him to have an earlier pit stop this time, so we will be looking to see in the next few laps when he makes his next pit stop and to see how that plays out. Dan Smith will be going flat out as he has been the whole race. We'll check in with Adam Proctor, who's still, as I said, we haven't been following him too much tonight, but his strategy always seems to be to just sit back. You can see on the map he's actually quite far back. He's just currently sitting at, he's about 18, roughly 20 seconds behind the leader. Now we'll see how this plays out, as Adam usually seems to sit back like this, be a little inconspicuous, and then in the last laps of the race tends to put his foot flat and work his way into sort of the top 3. So this doesn't surprise me at all. Following Adam, we have Daniel Learson, the 08. Again, about the same distance there, so we're looking about the same distance. Roughly, we've got about a 15-second gap between Adam Proctor and Daniel Learson. And Daniel's come off the track. You just saw that. So that's going to hurt as Nicholas Filippetto, currently running in 7th, will be putting his foot down, will be gaining on him. I don't think it's enough to cause a positional change, but that will hurt Daniel Learson, and it's just allowing Adam Proctor and the front runners to just pull that much further ahead. back to the front with Anthony Holm. As you can see, Dan Smith coming up behind. They're passing more lap traffic there. Tim Weston sort of zigzagging behind there. Seems to be his way of passing any lap traffic. Passing the GT3s there, gives a little zigzag as he heads back around. Past the start-finish line. Should be approaching that pit window. As Jonathan said earlier, I think we've got about 16 laps, half an hour to go in the race. So we will be looking to see when the front runners pit, see how that plays out. As you can see, Garth Duffy making his way past the lap traffic there. That is Daniel Collins. Now, going back to GT3, if you have a look at the standings right there, it looks like Michael Budge may not have just been a regular pit. He may have had an off-track excursion. He has fallen back to 6th position. We'll check in with him now. And Dimitrios Agathos holding on to 2nd with Dion Jarvis in 3rd. Now, I'm not sure if this was a pit strategy. As when we did check in with him last, he was already sitting in the pits, so it could have been towed in, or it could have been just a regular pit stop. But looks like at a total of 57.4 seconds in the pits. Possible damage repair as the leaderboard hasn't sorted itself back out yet. We'll be looking to see if he does make his way back up to 2nd or 3rd. Otherwise, it looks like we've had Martin Hallinan is currently sitting in 1st place. Now, that may be to do with the pit window. Not too sure there, because Adam Gardner had a massive leave earlier. I would say, judging by the pit window, he hasn't had his 2nd pit stop. I believe Adam Gardner, Daniel Collins have. But the current GT3 leader, Martin Hallinan, although the effective leader, likely Adam Gardner there. There we go, Dimitrios Agathos just dropped to 4th. As Michael Budge works his way up, there we go. And the leaderboard is starting to play out those pit stops. Daniel Collins making his way there to 17. Keep an eye on that one. As GTE heading back around onto the main straight, looks like they are not heading into pit lane this lap, carrying on. Anthony Holm with starting to get quite a big lead here. He's got about a 5-second lead on Tim Weston, 8-second lead on Garth Duffy. Where is Tim Weston? There's Tim Weston just coming around the corner there, following them. As the sun has set at Silverstone, looking to be a beautiful night as the headlights come out, going to make it that much more difficult for the drivers driving in the dark. Not sure if this, now that the track's going dark, is going to be beneficial to anyone, really. It seems to be Anthony Holm. Doesn't seem to be hurting him too much as he starts pushing further ahead. We'll have a look from the front of the cars. Have a look at how the... Oh, into pit lane. Look at that. Perfect timing as Anthony Holm heads into pit lane. You can see those headlights working in the dark as the sun is almost fully set out here at Silverstone Raceway in the UK. So there we have it. Race leader is in the pits, and we'll have to see where that drops him from there. Now it looks like Tim Weston may have remained out on the circuit. Tim Weston has not pulled in, so we do have Anthony Holm going for an early pit stop again. One lap down from everyone previously. We'll see if everyone pulls in the pit lane following this. There's that beautiful lemon lime, green and gold car of Anthony Holm. It's looking extremely dirty. Look at all the bugs and rubber and everything over it. Fantastic little details like that that make iRacing that much better. And I love these little neon lights on the cars. Nothing like a night race. Alright, Anthony Holm is back out on the circuit. Pulling just in front there of, I believe, Dion Jarvis, who is running currently in 5th place in GT3. So, as he pulls out, we'll be waiting to see where Tim Weston... Dan Smith has fallen back. Not sure if Dan Smith has had an issue there or if he's may have already done his last pit run. So we'll see where everything works out in the next lap or so. Thanks again for joining us tonight on Dual Drifter Esports. Big thanks to our sponsors. We have OzTrack, Primal Joe's Coffee, AWS. Thank you very much for being on board. We also have South Gundagai Automotive and Blendline TV, as well as Hovey Motorsport. A big thank you to all of the series sponsors. We can't run this without you. Much appreciated. See the speed here that Dan Smith is just throwing this car around at. Thanks for the like there, John. Much appreciated. Welcome aboard. Hope you're enjoying the stream. As we are on board for a lap of Silverstone with Dan Smith at night. Just look at how this circuit has changed. In the darkness, making that a little bit harder for all the drivers. Pick their apexes to see where they're heading, to see what's ahead. Oh, a little bit of, looks like understeer there with Dan Smith. It's possible, as Jonathan said earlier, a lot of these cars are suffering from slippery tyres. It is possible Dan has had some sort of off-track excursion there. So we'll see how everything works itself out in the next couple of laps to see where he pulls in. Earlier we were running with Anthony Holm in 1st place. 2nd place was Dan Smith, followed closely by Tim Weston and Garth Duffy. Currently sitting as race leader Tim Weston, followed by Garth Duffy. In 3rd place, Anthony Holm. 4th place, Daniel Learson, and 5th place, Dan Smith, with Adam Proctor tucking in nicely behind in 6th place. We have seen GT3 leaderboard work itself out. We currently have Adam Gardner back in 1st place with a healthy 15-second lead on Demetrius Agathos, who is sitting in 2nd place, taking a bit of curve there as he heads around. There's a bit of about a 20-second gap there currently at that time after that curvage. Followed again in third place by Daniel Collins. And Michael Budge in fourth. The battle has been on between Michael Budge and Demetrios Agathos tonight. I do believe, there we go, Michael Budge has moved up into third place. I imagine he is looking to put the pressure back on Demetrios Agathos, who is not too far ahead of him right there. But there is a chance in the closing 11 laps of the race, 20 minutes to go, that he will make his way back towards Demetrios Agathos. Whether either of them can make it to Adam Gardner at the front of GT3, I'm not sure. He has had a healthy lead tonight, being very dominant on this circuit. Looking back to the front of the race, we have Anthony Holm is currently sitting in second behind Tim Weston. So it looks like that stop has caused him to fall behind Tim Weston. Although I do believe Tim Weston may not have taken his pit stop yet, so we'll have a look shortly as Tim Weston heads around. And he is in the pit lane, there we go, just as expected. Now, we'll be looking to see where they pull out. I'll chuck the results back up so you can have a look while he's in pit lane. And Anthony Holm is currently coming around the back of the track. I don't think that Tim Weston is going to be able to get back out in front of Anthony Holm here. In fact, I think Anthony Holm's going to have a pretty good lead here, with Tim Weston not having even stopped. Anthony Holm is passing the pit entrance now. He comes around, you can follow him on our map. Just here, you can see the number 3 coming around onto the main straight. Let's see where they come out. Here he goes. Tim Weston is leaving the lane. Tim Weston is leaving the lane now. And he's out just in front of him. Just in front of Anthony Holm. Look at that. Look at the distance there. Barely any distance between them. Tim Weston's managed to do it. He's managed to get the lead of the race on that pit stop. Anthony Holm will be putting his foot down now as we head into the last 10 laps of the race. Tim Weston managing to strategize and get the lead right there. That leaves us with Tim Weston in first, Anthony Holm in second, and currently Garth Duffy in third. Also passing third place of GT3 there, Michael Budge. Neither of them will be wanting to give each other much space as they're both trying to make their own race there. But Garth Duffy and Michael Budge easily managing to slot next to each other without disturbing each other too much. Dan Smith is still sitting down the list in 5th place, so we'll have to check in what happened there, see if we can find out. If anyone has been watching, if you were in the race chat, if any of the guys who are racing have been watching the stream, if you can let us know, maybe put into Facebook or into Twitch, let us know what happened there, if something happened to Dan. Although I dare say, judging by what we saw previously, it was possibly slippery tyres may have had some sort of impact there. Look at this, Anthony Holm is right on the bumper of Tim Weston here. He's telling him, no, you may have got ahead of me from the pit stop, but I am here, and I am going to get back into first place. Unbelievable. Look at how close they are getting there. Pushing hard, as we saw a little bit of wheel spin there from Tim Weston, and I believe Anthony Holm at the same time as they came around the corner then. Pushing very hard. Tim Weston managing to get just that little bit further ahead, but not being able to maintain the distance as they head around into the S-bend here. One thing we can say though is that the front of the pack is being dominated here by the Porsches. So we do have what appears 4 Porsches in first, second, third and fourth of GTE. Followed then by 3 BMWs in 5th, 6th and 7th, and then a Porsche in 8th and a BMW in 9th. Dan Smith is now currently sitting in 4th. We flick back to Dan Smith, currently sitting in 4th, just behind Darth Duffy, number 71. There seems to be a fair bit of a gap there between the 2 of them. In fact, I'm just looking at the map here, I can't even see. Yes, there we are. So yes, a fair bit of distance there between the 2 of them. But we don't want to pull away too much from the front of this pack. The race is on. We are heading into the closing laps of tonight's race at Silverstone, and Anthony Holm and Tim Weston are putting it on. Tim Weston wearing the number 1, being our series champion from last season. Be wanting to make a difference as Anthony Holm there takes a peek on the inside. And we will jump on board with Anthony Holm. Joining us for the first time tonight, we will be back next week on Tuesday night, Australian Tuesdays if you're checking in from around the world. We usually start 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. We should have Daniel Beckinsale from Blendline TV back in the commentary box. Unfortunately, suffering some technical issues tonight, which is why you are stuck with me, Robert from Do It With Esports. Usually your cameraman, doing my best to inform and entertain as we go. Now my pick was earlier that we would see Adam Proctor start making his moves around here around this time. So I'm just having a look at the map. Now, Adam Proctor is a fair way behind Dan Smith at the moment. He's got about what looks like maybe a sort of 6-7 second gap between Dan Smith. I did say he would be top 5. He would, towards the end of the race, push his way up. He is running the BMW, and we have seen the Porsches dominating here, so I do believe the Porsches are finding this track to be very accommodating for themselves. A good car for the track. But as I said, Adam Proctor top 5. Whether he can make a move, move on Dan Smith, close that distance or not, be yet to see with 7 laps to go. Bit hard to say, but I imagine he's pretty safe there in 5th position. I think the real battle here is the 1st and 2nd place battle that we have going on screen right now. Anthony Holm just not being able to make the move on Tim Weston just yet. I think Tim Weston doing a great job of defending, and Anthony Holm will be looking for any sort of gap he can take advantage of. Now, this isn't the first time we've seen these two battle. And in last season, we've also seen some fantastic battles, including Tim Weston towards the closing laps of the races. So you see Tim Weston there making a move on Dimitrios Agathos, who's currently running 2nd in GT3. Oh no, and there we go. That's it. Anthony Holm overshooting there and locking the brakes up. That's massive. That's going to have a massive effect as he starts to drop down the leaderboard. Was that Dimitrios Agathos just passing him We have Garth Duffy, who is currently running in third, who is now ahead. Garth Duffy's made the move, taking advantage over that lock-up by Anthony Holm. So you were running with him as he did it. Anthony Holm locked up into the sand trap, and that gave Garth Duffy the room to make the move. That's now allowed Tim Weston to get a healthy lead there. Tim Weston will be happy not seeing those headlights of Anthony Holm in his rear view. Now he may be able to just make it that little bit easier to hold on for the rest of the race. We've got 6 laps to go. Will it be enough for Anthony Holm to push past Garth Duffy and catch up to Tim Weston? Or will Dan Smith now make the move on Anthony Holm? We'll check in with... There's Dan Smith on screen now. And we'll just have a quick look at where he is sitting, Anthony Holm. He is coming up not far behind Anthony Holm. As you can see, it's getting very dark at Silverstone Raceway. A bit of smoke there from Anthony Holm's tyres. And you can see him just taking a right there, just above, just ahead of Dan Smith now. So the race may be on between Dan Smith and Anthony Holm. Dan Smith will be putting his foot down to see if he can make it into a podium finish in the top 3. And Anthony Holm kicking himself with that earlier mistake, sending him into the sand trap. He's had a day at the beach, and not one to remember, unfortunately. And we are now on board with Tim Weston, who has a clear lead up the front. We'll take this opportunity now that there's been a bit of a gap between that fantastic battle we were having, and we will check in with Adam Gardner, the rest of GT3. Adam Gardner currently leading with another healthy 14-second lead as he heads through the corners. Likely when he hits the straights, he'll probably be around a 15-second lead. With Dimitrios Agathos, the 166, not too far behind. So he is reasonably close. They're not too far behind. He's got about, as I said, or it's coming up to about a 20-second. I don't think he's going to be able to make it unless there's a issue up front with Adam Gardner. Now, I don't want to give him the commentator's curse, so touch wood, he doesn't have any issues, but I don't see Dimitrios Agathos making that, closing that distance in the remaining 5 laps. We'll then check in with Michael Budge. Michael Budge, number 8, currently running in 3rd. Again, fairly big gap. Look at this. He's got another 25-second gap from Dimitrios Agathos. I think that is GT3 unless we have anything out of the ordinary happen. Any accidents happen in the closing laps. I think GT3 is set for an Adam Gardner win, Dimitrios Agathos 2nd, and a Michael Budge podium finish in 3rd. Dion Jarvis may be trying to make the move on Michael Budge. We'll check in with him. It's the 32. Again, another sort of 10-second gap between. Check. You can even see. He can't even see Michael Budge on his screen there. As you can see, the last of the sunlight at Silverstone is disappearing, and the track is very dark. There's not appear to be any track lights on at Silverstone. I can imagine what that must be like to drive. And it looks like Anthony Holm's trip to the beach has separated this field quite a bit, as Lindsay Kearns there is getting passed by, it looks like the leaders taking a little bit of an off-track excursion there. What a fantastic shot of all the cars heading down. Nothing beats a night race, whether it's in iRacing or real life. Fantastic seeing those neon lights on those cars. I love that as they head around. I was a big fan of the Fight in the Night and other night races we ran out at Queensland Raceway. So if you are in Queensland, they were fantastic. Unfortunately, due to COVID, not happening this year, but we are looking forward to any future races at night out there as well. Anthony Holm given the hurry up there. Check in with Anthony Holm as he says to Dimitrios Agathos, please move. I have a lot of ground to make up. Dimitris Agathos does not appear to be moving, obviously in his own race. He does have the right to that corner. Likely will let it pass once they hit the straight. But you can almost feel the fire coming off of Anthony Holm there as he puts his foot flat in an attempt to catch up. You can see him sliding around the corner there. Oh, we've had a spin. It looks like Lindsay Kearns has spun it back there. The 67 will just flick back. 67, there you go. You can see the shot there. Lindsay Kearns has had a spin. Luckily, being avoided by any other cars and managing to get on the pit lane and back onto the track there without causing any issue for any of the front runners of the race. Fantastic shot there with all those neons lit up, and you can see the little details in the vehicle, the dash lights glowing on the helmet and everything there, which is fantastic. Thank you, Screen Machine. I appreciate it. Hey, it's all a learning experience. It is a bit hard sometimes to flick cameras when you're trying to commentate, but look, I've had a lot of fun. It's been a fantastic race. Big thank you to all the drivers out there. You guys put on a fantastic race tonight, guys. It's been awesome to watch. Pretty much from the get-go, so appreciate it. Thank you, mate. I've just seen you're not for broadcasting, so I apologise, but I wasn't meant to say anything. I am glancing at things as I go. But we'll check in now with the race leader, Tim Weston. Now, Garth Duffy not too far behind, and Anthony Holm has managed to gain on Garth Duffy. I think Anthony Holm will try and put the moves on. He's got 3 laps. If we jump back to Anthony Holm there and he looks forward, you can see Garth Duffy just ahead of him. And he will have his eyes fixed on him, and he will be flat out. And look at the smoke coming off the tyres there from Garth Duffy, currently sitting in 2nd place. In saying that, we've also got Dan Smith is catching up as well. If 3 laps going to be enough for them to close the gap, we may end up having a very tight finish here as everyone goes, the young and old, for the finish. Lights are flashing. The international sign for get out of the way. I have a race to win. There we go. Get out of the way, I'm coming. And that is Damon May, currently number 69, running 9th in GT3 ahead. You can see him locking up there as he tries to keep his race but move out of the way of these front runners. Anthony Holm will be wanting to push through right here, and he does on the outside. Let's hope that they take that safely, and they do. Thank you very much there to Damon May, moving aside to allow these guys to pass by. With 2 laps to go, 1 minute 48 seconds, we are on the final run with Tim Weston currently in 1st place, followed by Garth Duffy, 3rd place, Anthony Holm, 4th place, Dan Smith, 5th place, Adam Proctor, 6th is Daniel Learson, 7th is Trav Mason, 8th is Nicholas Filippetto, 9th is Lindsay Kearns, and 10th Colby Cowham, 11th James Capron. I believe James has left the race as he was in Facebook, so I believe he is out now. Looking at the leaderboard, your leaders for GT3, first Adam Gardner, 2nd Dimitris Agathos, followed by Michael Budge, Dion Jarvis, Martin Hallerman, Daniel Collins, Jonathan Hovey, Travis Annabelle. Travis, as you will remember, normally in commentary with us last season, but he is racing this season. Followed in 9th place by Damon May, 10th Brett Smith, 11th Russ Green, 12th Dave Oliver. You can see there, we flick back from Tim Weston to Anthony Holm. Anthony Holm is getting stuck behind lap traffic. He's given him the flash. He's given him the get out of the way. Don't know if it's going to be enough for him to close that distance with 1 lap to go. Just behind him would be Dan Smith. Go to the blimp cam. Ooh, bit of distance there between the two. Garth Duffy currently in second. The distance, you can see Tim Weston just ahead of him there, you can see. And just behind him, Anthony Holm. Anthony Holm is putting his foot down. He is going for it. This is it. 9 seconds of the race to go. This will be, I don't think they'll pass the finish line. They won't, so this will be the final lap as they go for it. Will they catch up? Will Garth Duffy be able to hold off Anthony Holm? Will Anthony Holm close that distance? We will see shortly. If you're watching from home, let us know who you're going for. Who's going to win it? Will Anthony Holm do it? Post below, let us know. There it is again. The I'm coming flash. Move out the way, I'm not stopping. You wouldn't want to be caught within this battle right here if you were in GT3, because these guys at the front here, Tim Weston, Garth Duffy, Anthony Holm and GTE, are flooring it. And they're coming up there on Adam Gardner. Show a little respect for the race, for the GT3 race leader. Ooh, getting a little close there. Anthony Holm does cut pretty close, but he did manage to get past Adam Gardner. We would hate to have seen some sort of collision there, as Adam Gardner's had a pretty strong lead in first place of GT3, so they are now clear of each other. Adam Gardner will be making his way around. Tim Weston, we will flick to him as he comes around to the start line to take this one home. And I don't think there's any stopping this now, as we see Tim Weston come across the line there. So it's given us... Is that it? I think that's it. Or are they still going? Is that the race? That's the race. That is done. Okay, sorry if you're watching at home. It says 2 to go. No, it doesn't. That was the race. Tim Weston takes the win. Anthony Holm just giving him a bit of a smash there as they finish off with a with a big smash. Some burnouts. That was a fantastic race. Big congratulations there to Tim Weston. You put on a fantastic race, mate. Anthony Holm, unlucky, but you did make 3rd place, mate. That is fantastic. And it all came down to that last pit stop. So we've got, as you can see on your screen, 1st place was Tim Weston in GTE. 2nd, Garth Duffy. 3rd, Anthony Holm. 4th, Dan Smith. 5th, Adam Proctor. We have 6th, Daniel Learson. 7th, Tram Mason. 8th, Nicholas Filippetto. 9th, Lindsay Kearns. Followed by 10th, Colby Cowham, and 11th, James Capron. Now, just to run through that, I will run us back. See if we can get a bit of a replay. There we go. We had in GT3 Adam Gardner in 1st place. Congratulations, Adam Gardner, taking home with relative ease this race. Followed 2nd place, Dimitrios Agathos. Now Dimitrios, the 166, had a fantastic battle going on midway through the race with Michael Budge in the number 8. Michael Budge coming in 3rd, not managing to take that 2nd, but able to hold 3rd position there from Dion Jarvis. Dion Jarvis, number 32 in the Ferrari. One of the few Ferraris running tonight, one of 2 Ferraris. Doing a great job there to take 4th place. 5th place was Martin Halleman. 6th place was Daniel Collins. 7th, Jonathan Hovey. 8th, Travis Annabelle. 9, Damon May. 10th, Brett Smith. 11th, Russ Green. 12th, Dave Oliver. And that was our standings for tonight's race. So once again, congratulations to Tim Weston put on a fantastic race. We were barely able to pull away for most of the race there. Thanks everyone for tuning in to Do a Drift Esports tonight. I'm hoping next week we may have we may have Dan back in the box. But hey, now I got a taste for it. I might take over. Who knows? Hey, it might be hard. You know, once you move out, someone else moves in. Probably not. But thanks for everyone for joining us. It's been great to chat to you live in Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. It's been fantastic having you along. And we will see you next week on Tuesday night at 8 p.m. You can find us on the Do a Drift Esports Facebook page, YouTube, and Twitch. You can also find us on Blendline TV. And we do usually cross-post to the OzTrack page as well. Unfortunately, I couldn't do that tonight due to technical issues, but usually find us there. If you're interested in racing, in iRacing, you watch this, you want to get involved, you can contact myself, Rob, at Do a Drift Esports on the page. You can also jump onto the Blendline Sim Racing Facebook group, and we can all point you in the right direction as to what sort of equipment you need and how to get involved. Otherwise, thanks again for joining us, and we will see you next week.